observers there. Not exactly sure why. And there we go. Still my probe there. And blue still getting completely destroyed. Kinda humiliating. Because he doesn't do anything about it. I guess he figures I'll just go here and not care. But whatever. I like this one. It kinda, if you look at it from the mini-map, next time you go to Big Game Hunters, look at the very middle of the map. These two Vespian geysers and this little mineral field thing look like a happy face. It is really funny. I like it. That's why I like this map. Anyways, yeah, White finally makes his expansion. And then he just builds extractors. Why he does that and no hatchery, I have no clue. Could have fooled me. And then for no apparent reason, or one that any of us knew, Teal just leaves without saying good game or guys I gotta go or anything. I always say if I'm gonna go, I say guys I gotta go or something, something. Do not be rude. And I go to attack, and I just finished that little guy off. Little dragoon. Can't do a whole lot against those carriers, even though there's just two and they don't have a whole lot of whatever you want to call them, whatever they are. I don't know. Yeah, and he's getting completely destroyed until Brown finally kind of, maybe he just noticed it or whatever, but finally he goes and takes out those tanks and stuff. But a little too late. He's getting destroyed, but I don't think he really cares anymore because he wants this base now. I don't know why he went and defended that. He could have had two bases. Now he just left that open for someone else to go get, either white or orange or me. Not Teal because he left. That's kind of mean of him. Mean of Teal, but what can you do? Not much. He just sits here. This must be, as I mentioned this before, I wasn't really sure, but this must be where he keeps all his pylons. Not a very good, well, I guess it's an alright place. Yeah, it's a pretty good place. Considering he has all these forces everywhere, all his team is basically huddled in this little corner, with blue being the defender and these two being like the purple and brown being like the big bosses or whatever you want to call them. He being the sad little guy that's getting completely owned. Yeah, he got annihilated. And he probably would have been okay if it wasn't for those siege tanks. That's why versing Tyrian players is so hard. Especially if you're Protoss, because they will siege you up. Tries to go in with a couple zealots. Kind of reminds me of myself a long time ago. Rushing him with whatever you got. Yeah, nobody's really defending this place, except for Brown. But look at that. Does Brown really expect to do any damage? Waste of zealots, if you ask me. I don't think they even did a whole lot of damage. They didn't do a whole lot of damage. Forget, I think. Yeah, there goes those two pylons. Soon to be the Nexus. Yeah, purple. Purple was a complete destroying dude. Oh, I just remembered. I might have said this was a winning game before. Yeah, I thought we are so gonna win this. All of a sudden, Teal leaves. I'm like, come on, we can win this. And then after I saw how bad what's his face, Orange was getting, I'm like, we can still win this. Come on, we got it. We got this. And I saw White getting slowly attacked and beaten and whatever you want to call it over here. I'm like, yeah, this isn't looking so good. But I'm like, These carriers are gonna pull us back up to that position of power. Yeah, no, not so much. This is a very close winning game. You may think, wow, all this guy does is post losing games. But the reason I post my losing games, like, I'm sure a whole whack of those people out there that post Starcraft games, you think, oh yeah, all these games that he's posting are winning games. He must be a really good player. But I'm sure he only posts the winning games. And trust me, the couple games before this one, they were winning, but I didn't post them because either they were not exciting, no one did anything cool, and second of all, they kind of just lagged or whatever. There's something wrong with them. But I won a couple times before this. Like I said, I don't post every single game I do, but whenever the opportunity occurs, yes, I will post a game. So don't think I'm the noob or something because so far these 3 first games are losing. I'll eventually get some winning games out there if they're exciting. See, that's what's good about my videos, because I don't post games just because they're winning. I post them if they're awesome or pro or whatever you want to call it. I post them if they're good and I'm happy with them. I don't post just because it was a winning game. Because if the winning game sucked and nobody did anything and it was just completely normal piece of garbage, what would be the fun in that? Watching garbage just because it's a winning. Anyways, enough of that talky stuff. Let's discuss this. Anyways, so it's just a mixed forces of blue and purple, and I didn't realize how big this one huge base of 3 players was, and all these men and all of these stuff, until I really started to get, like, right about now, I just kind of was realizing this. They had a big forces here, and if it's not buildings covering the floor, it's units. And look at just random units everywhere, all over the place, just making sure nothing gets in their way. And he's guarding, making sure nothing comes back. And as I say, I guess I mentioned it before, here's orange at my base. So that was kind of interesting, I suppose. If you would make some defense around here and stuff to help me defend, because I knew what was coming, and it wasn't going to be pretty. It was going to be some pretty insane stuff going on. If he were to make some defense, it would be good. But he was a pretty good player, and he was awesome. If you're watching this, whatever your name is, alright, I can't remember your name. If you're watching this, Orange, thanks for coming. Anyways, yeah, here's my little carrier fleet. Making plans. I thought he would make some defense, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I can't blame him for being a little slow getting ready here, because he just lost pretty much all his economy and all his stuff. But he was a good player. He was a pretty strong player. I'm not sure. He must have used that shuttle over here to get all those probes, but I don't know how he got so many probes over here. He got quite a few, as you might have seen earlier. Yeah, he needs some gas. I need some minerals, because if you look at my minerals, I've got not a whole lot of minerals, and it was pretty annoying because I wanted to make more carriers, but couldn't do that unless I have enough minerals. So I just kind of boarding off that little entrance, making sure nothing else can come in. He did a number on Blue's buildings. I told him I was talking about this place, but I think he meant this place. He was talking about this place. I was talking about this place. I would have went this place. Probably more minerals and stuff or whatever there than here.